Maybe you already have a dietitian private practice, or you want to grow your existing dietitian private practice. But one thing is for sure, you want to reach more people. In today's video, I'm going to break down how. Well, the first thing we need to discuss is why are you even starting, or why did you do this in the first place? This is a topic I go over with my clients when they're in the planning stage of their dietitian private practice. Thinking about why you started is a really important aspect that has to do with your dietitian business plan. So a lot of you are motivated because you want to help people, and that's a little bit general, so I'd ask you to dig in a little bit deeper. Maybe you experience a chronic condition like you have IBD, IBS, or diabetes, and you can relate with people based on your personal experiences. Or maybe you have a family member who's experienced some type of nutritional ailment and you can relate with their pains and frustrations. Or maybe you don't have any type of nutrition-related experience, but you genuinely are passionate about the topic and you love helping people, but you probably have some type of connection. So you want to think about what that means for you. I know for me, I was inspired to become a dietitian because of Dr. Marion Nestle, who I've talked about quite a bit, and I got to interview her before, which is really fun. And I picked up her book, Food Politics, when I was on a flight back to visit my hometown, LA, from college when I was an undergrad. And I read her book, and I remember thinking to myself, I wasn't sure if I wanted to major at that time. I was an economics major. I was going to get an MBA. I was going to get my business degree, thought I was really going to pursue business for my undergrad and perhaps master's degree level. And I picked up Dr. Marion Nestle's book and I said to myself, I don't know if I want to do business anymore. I want to do nutrition so that I can create an impact the way that Dr. Marion Nestle has. And I thought that the books that she wrote and the topics about food politics and how she was a total leader in her space, she even created an entire department at NYU. She created the food studies department. I thought that I wanted to create an impact and an influence the way that she had. She's written over 15 books, and I thought to myself, what if I could use my influence on social media the way that she had on Twitter? And so she inspired me to become a dietitian, and when I became a dietitian, I never forgot about her. And I thought, well, as a dietitian, what if I could create more impact beyond the clinical setting that I worked in? What if I could help people the way that I knew how to make money? What if I could help people do that too? Because at that time, as a nutrition consultant, I was working in clinical, but I also had about 7 other jobs doing consulting and teaching and speaking in workshops. And I thought, well, I have this skill. Why don't I teach other people how to do it? Because I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to help the field of nutrition, so I ended up helping my peers. When you think about helping more people in your dietitian private practice, think about why. Why is it important to you? What does that mean on a personal level? And what might that mean based on your experiences? And really journal this out and think about what this means to you, because this is an important piece of your motivation. It's so important. I have a dedicated space in the business plan I've created for you where you fill that out. If you're looking for a step-by-step guide where you can tick off each step, I have a private practice guide that's free that you can grab in the link below, and in that link you'll be able to know what to do when it comes to making progress launching your dietitian private practice. As a dietitian, you can reach more people simply because you're the expert in the space of food and nutrition. Now, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is heavily advocating that they believe that the dietitian is the expert in food and nutrition, which is why they have all this time and energy with lobbying and licensure to really help position us as authority figures. And I think that dietitians don't fully believe and accept that we are the experts in food and nutrition, as evidenced by the fact that we're not the best marketers. And I hope to change that with my work here at Dietitian Boss and the frameworks that I've come up with and the impact I've been able to create through my programs. And I think it starts with us having the willingness to learn business skills. And we weren't taught many business skills in school. We were heavily, most of us, focused on clinical. And now that we're required to have our master's degree, right, because of the new master's mandate, there's so much education required to become a registered dietitian. And the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics says that we are the expert in food and nutrition. And we, in most states, have to have a license to practice. And there's all these lobby groups, there's lobbyists and advocacy to try to create licensure in more states in America, which will require that we are seen, the whole goal is that we are seen as the expert because we have this license. Yet, if we don't learn how to market and we don't have the skills that we need, and we haven't developed those skills to practice negotiation, advocating for ourselves, communication, sales, and marketing, whether we're working in a job as a dietitian or we're building something on the side or we have a full-time practice, if we don't learn these skills, then we're not going to be able to actually position ourselves as the expert in food and nutrition. So if you want to help more people, you're going to have to learn some basic business skills. And that can start with reading some business books. It can also start by carving out an hour a month to learn something new that can help you improve your communication skills, improve your ability to help more people. And that might mean that you're using online marketing, you're creating a blog, you're showing up as a guest on a podcast if you don't have your own yet. So I want you to think about ways that you can start to look at how marketing is a skill that you can develop with time to advocate for how you are positioned as the #1 authority in food and nutrition. You might also know that CDR has posted stats saying that there's over 3,000 dietitians for every consumer in America. So for every American, there's over 3,000 dietitians. There are plenty of people that we can help as dietitians, and if we are able to learn how to position ourselves as a resource that people want to lean on for help because we've created free content, because we're showing up, because we're aligning with our nutrition philosophy, well, then we're going to have a better chance to serve more people. So I want to leave today's video and ask you, what efforts are you engaging with to build your business skills? And if you're looking for an opportunity, I offer a CEU live training every month where I teach business skills based on my proprietary system that I also teach here at Dietitian Boss. So you can grab a link to register below, and I look forward to seeing you in my training.